Hey everybody, I'm Lauren. I'm a young artist and YouTuber, for an old guy. By saying young, I mean I'm pretty new at it. I've been doing art since January of 2022. I've been doing YouTube since November of 2023. Let me know if there's something special I should do for my anniversary coming up this November. In about February-ish, I started keeping a sketchbook every day, and I wanted to draw every day, and I've been doing it every day. I'm up to almost about 250 now, but I finished my one sketchbook. I've done this video 3 times already, and every time it's boring as hell. So I'm hoping this time it's going to be a little better. Done some soul searching, found out a little bit more of who I am. So we're going to go with it. This is my second notebook, but I'm using the same kind of notebook. 9x12 sheets. They're a little creamy colored. Just something I got at the dollar store. So let's get into it. I'm going to go over this stuff quickly because I did this in another video about my 30 days. First 30 days of painting, of drawing. Woo! So these ones, first one of graffiti, really sucked. I think I've gotten better training, working on it. This one, I tried doing a freehand person. Let's not talk about that. So going through some of these, this face you can see a few times because I kept doing her over and over again. 1000, I've done his face a few times, and it keeps getting better. Some of these drawings, it's looking at a reference and just drawing, especially Serenity. Trying some more graffiti there, just trying different things for the first 30 days. So this is the end of the first 30 days. You can watch that video if you really want to. I spelled Eeyore wrong. Go ahead and roast me. So then I decided I needed a challenge for the rest of it. Decided to do 100 faces in 10 days. Only problem is I was going to a function out of town, out of the province, so I needed to get this done in 8 days. So I started drawing these, and I wasn't using any facial structure systems or anything. I was just seeing and drawing. Turned out well for some. That one, beautiful picture over here. Not so great. And it has nothing to do with references. It has to do with me as a drawer. I was not doing great. Those eyes, come on. I'm still doing eyes like that, by the way. And then I also started drawing stick figures into different things. I don't know why. Just wanted to keep adding something. When I started this notebook, I wanted to do completely pen. So that's what I was doing. That way I couldn't erase. I had to deal with like my mess ups. And I had to just keep going with pen. I eventually changed to pencil, but not when I was doing these guys. And I was trying to do more than 10 a day, which is not easy. I was doing it during my lunch break, during, like, what is this? What is that? I don't know. What then that? Yeah. So, but some of them were really good. So I was getting some progress in some of them. Thought I was doing good. Getting kind of things. I was looking up facial structures and how to do it. This girl's face I did a few times. Did run there. Looked kind of like cartoon character, and then there's a lot better. There's that face again from the beginning, which I did the patchwork of. Stitch. So I'm good at seeing things, and the Smurfs, I'm good at seeing things and being able to kind of draw it. So that was kind of cool. And then these, I was trying to plan out a mural for an upcoming project that I was doing. More kind of hippie-ish. It was a music festival. Trying Sabrina Carpenter and Taylor Swift there. Yoshi. Dragons was for another painting. And so were all of these kind of silhouettes that are all over the place, and castle. This is actually a drawing of the painting. You can see that video too as well. Drawing a whole bunch of different silhouettes for the front of it because I was not great at detail at the point, so I wasn't going to be doing detail. I was just going to be doing silhouettes. This one I'm actually proud of. Maybe not the lips, but my wife said, draw me and our grandson, and she fell asleep. And so I drew them while they were sleeping. So that was pretty good. Stay out of my mind. Trying different faces, different things, trying some body structure. I was going off of some stuff by Sam Does Art. He's out of Toronto. You can check him out on YouTube and Instagram, everything else. Really good facial structures and stuff. So this is when I started to get into the pencil. Tried to do the 100 faces again. I got frustrated because I thought I should be better by now, and then I wasn't. So I kind of gave up, and I just worked on different facial structures, using Sam Does Arts as using his guidelines on how to do it. I still kind of follow it a little bit, but now I go more with the Loomis method. Look, Jazza. Here's 1000 again, much better than the original picture. Grandson, some other pictures. This is for a project I was doing for a longboard, and this was a side piece I was going along with it, which I have not done yet, so I have to get to that. This was my first attempt at drawing people right in front of me. Not so great. I might be doing that again soon, so we'll see how that happens. Doing different kind of faces and structures and just trying on different things. Trying the body thing. I used different kind of references to figure out bodies. But I got into portraits a lot more. That was not too bad, using the structure over here and then drawing it again over here. I understand how it works so much better in digital. These are some tattoo ideas for an event I was going to be helping with. Did not end up happening. And then I got into more portrait kind of things, looking up references on Instagram and Pinterest. Another one for the longboard. And just going with all kinds of different drawing references. Some drawings, not so great. This is when I got into the Loomis, and I was following one pencil drawing. The shading thing, I still honestly need to work on, but these are horrible pictures. Try doing some pencil coloring. This is actually part of the mural I did as well. I still have to edit that video, so that will be out soon, hopefully. These drawings, not so bad. And trying to get into different facial structures. And then this is when I was really got into portraits and just doing them up close. This was an AI character that ChatGPT and I created. So I don't know if I'm going to ever do anything with it, but there's a couple more of her in different outfits. Mila Kunis, come on, you got to draw that one. And more raccoons for my mural. Tried 1000 again. He's looking a little rough there, more like he's out on the rails. If you don't know who 1000 is, check him out on YouTube. Excellent videos. He's doing a trading game card thing right now. It looks like it's going to be amazing. This one I actually put onto a can. You might have seen it in a short that I did. I drew this picture first from a reference and then put it onto the can. This one is for a painting that I was doing for the RCMP officer. He asked me to do a painting for him, and he has a beard. And then this is where bad stuff happened. My father passed away on July 18th of this year, and I drew this picture from an old picture of him. It looks nothing like him, to be honest. And then my grandson is a superhero, because why not? So these pictures were while I was dealing with the passing of my father. Sometimes I concentrated, sometimes I did not. But they were turning out all right. Trying to draw different celebrities and different images from Instagram, AI, all that kind of stuff. And then I was finally home to see my mother and drew Gordon Ramsay while sitting with my mom. That one turned out well. Turns out I have trouble drawing Elvis. My wife also got me a drawing set just before we left to go home with a shading stump thing, which I could not figure out at the beginning here. And then did some ghostly shading there. So this one, my mother taught me that she knows better than I do, and she said the nose is too small. Trying some one-piece pictures. This one turned out really good. This one, my grandson in a hood, turned out really good. Might have aged him a little bit, but that is okay. This Brad Pitt one, It's really good, from one of my favorite movies, Seven. And of course, Anne Hathaway. Tried some Morgan Freemans. They didn't turn out too bad. I didn't like them at first. That's why I did the second one. But you know what? Looking back at them now, a whole lot better than my Leonardo DiCaprio. And then just trying different faces, different angles, and Taylor Swift, and my self-portrait with the mask on. This one, these two, the picture what these two women were together. I think I spent more time on this one than I did on this one, which is why I prefer it. Pennywise, of course, that time of year. Halloween's coming. And Tyrion Lannister. Love Game of Thrones. I'm one of the few people who actually likes the ending of Game of Thrones and think it actually fits. If you disagree with me, let me know in the comments. Let me know what you think of any of these drawings. Am I doing good? Have I improved? I think I've improved, which is probably the main part of it. This picture here was freestyle. Didn't have a reference, but I was sitting next to a friend's daughter, and it turned out that I drew her somehow. Not quite sure how it came out that way, but that is the way it came out. Sabrina Carpenter. She has a very recognizable face and lips, and it's fun to draw, actually. Another Mila Kunis, Ryan Reynolds. People did not understand who it was until I drew Deadpool in the background, and then they quickly got it. This is probably my favorite drawing in this book. It's a woman laying down on a pillow, and I thought the shading came out really well. What do you guys think? Do you like this one? Oh yeah, Cara Maria. Anybody watch the challenge? Fortunately, she didn't finish because of a family issue. But let me know who you think is going to win the challenge this year. Right now, season 40, whatever it is. And then some final pictures to finish it off. Always use some parchment paper to save the graphite from going onto other pages. And there we go. That's the end. What do you guys think? Did you like this sketchbook thing? Do you want to see more sketchbook things? What's next time? Don't forget to like. If you like these drawings, if you think I've improved, give me a like. If you want to see more of my stuff, give me a subscribe. I'm like a quarter of the way through my new notebook. If you've been following my shorts, I've been doing an October challenge where I draw something every day that I pick randomly that morning. And I see where I'm going to go with that. Those pictures are in my post tab, and I will do a final video showing all of those post pictures at the end. I hope you guys are good. Hope you guys are safe. Hope you guys are staying warm. It's a little chilly up here in Saskatchewan. Hope to see you guys soon. Keep learning. Now what? Paint. That's what.